Today we have a twin baby registry to review. So I take registries off Amazon or for clients and I review them. I'm going to walk you through items to get, items to skip. So again, this is for twins, so that makes it a little bit extra fun. Let's jump right in. The first item that they have is a double pack and play. Okay, so when it comes to pack and plays, typically I say go basic because they're easier to travel with and pack up. I'm not one to have a pack and play like set up in the living room. With twins, they might want to for whatever reason. So maybe this makes sense. They also could be using this as a like bassinet in the bedroom. So possibly with twins, they might be using it differently. Typically, I like a basic pack and play, and I would probably get two in this case for traveling in the future as the babies get older. Okay, so it depends on their needs exactly. The next item is a twin carrier, so it's front and back. I think that's a great item if you're having twins. Would it be difficult to carry them both? Yes, but depending again on if you're a mom on the go, if you just are a busybody, you might want this and you might enjoy this. Okay, for me, I would potentially invest in a stroller instead of a double carrier, just my opinion, and I just think for the sake of your back, you might want that instead. Now, the next two items, we have a Moby wrap and then a Boba wrap. I don't know if I would get two wraps. I would probably just get one and maybe focus on a nice stroller and then a nice wrap or a nice single carrier so you can alternate baby being on you or baby being in the stroller. You wouldn't necessarily have to get a double stroller if you didn't want to, if you wanted to wear one baby and do a single stroller, or even a stroller that's convertible and can be a double or can be a single. Those are nice as well. So it just depends on how you want to be out and about and travel with babies. If you're alone or if your partner's with you, that makes the difference as well. Moving on into some clothing. So we have a couple onesies. I love mommy, I love daddy, cute, whatever. They're gonna want some twinsy things. That's perfectly fine. Then we have an 8-pack of the white basic short sleeve onesies. I'm not a huge fan of these personally. I would rather get the next thing, which are just onesies with a pattern, with a design. I don't typically layer my babies that much, honestly. Now, maybe you would use these short sleeve white ones, say, under the full like bodysuit, maybe. Okay, so that would be an argument for them. So then next, it was that Gerber 8-pack. Those look cute overall. I like very simple, very neutral, just my opinion. So those are maybe a little bitsy for me, but again, totally up to you. Then we got a Breaking Hearts and Blasting Farts. They asked for 2 of those, so that's just being silly. And I get it, new parents, you want the silly and the cute, and that's totally up to you and your personal preferences. The next one is a little twin set of like Born Together, Friends Forever, bib, and onesies. Again, I get it on the twin thing. I wouldn't put too many things on your baby registry because you're probably going to get them where people just want to get you twins thingies. So up to you, totally up to you, personal preference. All right, next we're getting into bath time. This first one, I went ahead and clicked on it earlier and it no longer exists, whatever it is, the link is broken. So it was a collapsible bathtub. I would not get that one as well as the other bathtub. I would just get one bathtub because even though you have twins, you're only gonna bathe one baby at a time. Even if your partner's home with you, it makes way more sense to have one baby in water. And then if your partner's home, they could be undressing the next baby and you kind of assembly line it, or whatever the case is, or if you're home alone, you're not gonna want 2 babies in the bath at a time. It's not safe, and it's just not necessary to have 2 tubs. Just get one tub, even though you're having twins. Twins does not need 2 of everything. Then this middle item is the knee rester for the parent or the kneeler, as well as the elbow pad or elbow rest. So I didn't get the elbow rest, we just got the knee one. The elbow one, not a bad idea. $23.99, great price for an item you are gonna use literally for years, okay? And it's an item you use frequently because you bathe your baby regularly and they need help into toddlerhood and even as you're a young child, they need help, okay? So great item, I always recommend. And if you're interested in some of the other items that I frequently recommend, I will have them linked in the description. And if you want me to go through your baby registry and give you this like audit or review, I'm happy to do so. All right, look for a link in the description or you can comment, tell me more, and we will get in touch and I can share my services and what I offer. And if you want items removed from your registry that maybe are wasteful or you shouldn't put on there, as well as items added that maybe you are forgetting. All right, let me know and we can connect and work together. I love helping out new and soon to be mamas. All right, jumping right back into it with diapering. So we got newborn diapers, We have a on-the-go bag dispenser. I never used one of these. I just used extra like grocery sacks we had on hand. I'd roll them up really tight, put them in the diaper bag. It's not expensive, but is it a need? Up to you. Then we got wipes, and then we got more diapers. Great job on the diapers. We're gonna go down here and we got more diapers, more wipes, more diapers, more diapers. For twins, get all the diapers you can. That's gonna save you money in the long run. So you're never gonna regret having too many diapers for 2 babies. Next, they have a high chair on here. I actually would not recommend a high chair, especially with 2 babies. I prefer a booster seat that fits in the chair at your kitchen table. You're gonna need 2 high chairs. I don't know why they only have 1 on here. I thought that was interesting, but it's gonna take up so much room in your kitchen, and it's a large piece of furniture. So for me, oh, pause, wait a minute. I am so sorry. This isn't the high chair. This is the mat that goes under the high chair. Still wouldn't get that. Interesting though. And they only want 1. So maybe they're trying to fit both high chairs on 1 mat, or maybe they are putting it like under their kitchen table. Ooh, my mistake on that though. I wouldn't get it because I feel like a lot of the food's gonna end up on the mat, which is great. Then you're cleaning the mat, but then it's also gonna end up on the floor. So then you're still cleaning the floor, and it's kind of redundant. So for me, that would be a skip. My mistake on that. Then we have the Baby Brezza. It is a instant baby bottle warmer. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of bottling items, but with twins, it might be helpful to have some of these nicer items. Then we got the Tommy Tippy. I like that these bottles are actually colorful. I feel like that could be helpful for baby. Like maybe one baby is like the hotter colors, like the orange and the red and like the bright green. And then the other baby gets the cool colors, like the blue, gray, and the turquoise. And you kind of color code your babies a little bit for just who finished which bottle and who didn't finish their bottle, and keeping track of what they're consuming and germs in the future and things like that. Then we got Tommy Tippy. These ones are, I think they're very similar. These are 9 ounce, which I recommend getting a bigger bottle versus a smaller bottle because they will potentially outgrow the smaller bottle. Moving on, we got more bottles. This is going to be a problem. So we got Dr. Brown's. So we got Dr. Brown's right here, and then we got these Nano Baby. I don't know exactly. They're silicone. The more bottles you have, the more bottle parts you have. And it's like screwing on different lids and this and that and like the filters. And it's a lot to manage, and you're already managing 2 babies. So I would get 1 type of bottle and stick with it. Then we have a 2-pack of silicone bibs. I love silicone bibs. Honestly, get 2, maybe get 2 for the diaper bag as well, but don't overbuy on those. You can just wipe them out very easily and use them again. Then we have a Nook Disney Smooth Flow bottle and pacifier. Picture isn't here, so this item may no longer be available, but probably a skip in my opinion. Then we have a twin picture frame decor. It's always up to you. I'm not a huge decor person, but I get it. Pacifiers. I would probably get 1 type and try to get baby to like that 1 type. Nose Frida. I'm not a big Frida mama. I think it's a lot of items that are in case your baby gets sick, and they don't necessarily get sick, and they're not necessarily snotty and stuffy. So for me, it's a wait and see kind of item. Then we have the Milestone blanket. We did not have one of these. We just put them on a regular blanket and put like a card next to them saying how old they were, how many months they were. So up to you if you want that or not. Again, milestones and memories, I hate to judge too much because I get it. All right, this is a double bassinet. So remember we saw that double pack and play. That was the very first item. Now we got a double bassinet. I would not get both. And in fact, I would potentially get neither of them, to be completely honest. I wouldn't get this double bassinet. I know it would fit nicely under your bed, kind of like the legs go under. This is going to be hard to resell because it's twin and it's double. And I mean, it's not a terrible price. I will say that versus buying 2 separate bassinets. If I had it my way, I would put the crib in your bedroom and put both babies in the crib together at first when they're itty bitty and they can't even roll. That's just me. I don't know if that's considered safe enough, but I think people do it with twins. And I would try to eliminate an item if possible. So I would consider skipping the bassinet, or maybe doing just like 2 single bassinets, or even the crib. Maybe 1 baby is in the crib, 1 baby's in the bassinet. I don't know. I would try to eliminate this twin item, my personal opinion. Next, we have a hands-free breast pump. If mama wants to pump, she definitely needs a nice hands-free pump. You can't be chained down when you got 2 babies to take care of. And I would say pumping could be very difficult with 2 babies that still need your love, attention, and to be held. If I had it my way, if I had twins, I would really try to nurse them. I really would. I would get a nursing pillow that's good for twins, and I would really try to nurse them at the same time. I know that would be challenging. It's the most efficient use of your time. So I would really shoot for that if I had twins and if I had it my way. Now, twins could be preemies and they might not latch well, so it's not a bad idea to have a good pump on hand. All right, twins the first year, some sort of like baby book or something, I would not do this, or I would at least not do one of them, because who's gonna get it when they're older? And I honestly wouldn't focus on the fact they're twins. I think twins can feel so grouped together all the time. It could be nice to have an individual baby book and an individual baby book and treat them as individuals and their milestones and when they got teeth and this and that, versus it all being a comparison. So just my thoughts there. Then we got the twin 1, twin 2. Those are cute. I'm not going to judge on that. Dr. Brown, a baby formula mixing pitcher. So generally I say no on these items. Again, with twins, it might be helpful. However, you could just use a regular pitcher. I know it has like maybe a thing in the middle to help mix it. You could just use a spoon. You don't always have to have special items, okay? But if you use this the whole first year and it's less than $9, could be worth it. Then we've got a Baby Brezza bottle sterilizer and dryer. I don't know what that item was we saw before, if it was just a warmer. I typically don't like a lot of these kind of items, but again, with twins, it might be helpful just to get those bottles washed and cleaned. But at the same time, it doesn't hold as much as you think, and just putting the bottles in, and do you need to fill it with water? Does it need to be plugged in? Does it need to be turned on? There is work to these items, even though they're helpful items. Being a parent is work, okay? Then this is supposed to be a dryer. However, next we have 3 different drying racks. I don't like drying racks. I like the bottles to just sit on a towel. And if I had twins, I would maybe get out a mixing bowl, throw a towel in it, and just throw things in there to dry. These things are very cluttery on your countertop, and baby quickly takes over your home. So there's the 3 of those. Then we got a diaper bag. I'm a fan of diaper bags, so no problem there, 30 bucks. It looks really streamlined, very clean. I like it. Then we have pacifier clips. I like it. Over the door organizer if you need extra space for storing clothing, this, that, and the other. Depends on your closet situation or dresser situation for baby. Love it though. I love organization. Now we got another bottle sterilizer and dryer. I would get one or the other. I would probably get the one that fits the most bottles in it, honestly. If you're gonna bother to invest in it, get the one that's serving you the best and the most. So that would be my take on that. Now we got the extra large playpen. Again, typically I would not get this for baby, but with twins, you got 2 of them. You might want this to be their safe place, or maybe 1 hour a day, where not even 1 hour, but maybe 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, where it is like they play in here and you go in the kitchen and do dishes. And you know that they're safe, maybe not safe from, wrestling or biting or fighting with each other, but they're at least safe from cords and the fireplace and anything dangerous in your home. You could have pets as well, and you just want to go do the dishes for a minute or just go use the restroom. With twins, this could be very helpful. This next item is like a little dish set. I don't love it. I don't always love these silicone sets because they don't stack well in the cabinet. They're going to be a hot mess express. I prefer just really cheap plates and cups and really basic silverware. I also would say this is literally a 2-pack and you have twins. I would get more. If you're going to get them, get enough to get through the day or get through a couple meals or snacks. Obviously, you could wash these after every meal and then they're ready to go. That is fine. But at the same time, I personally would not like that. So not for me. Then we have a jewelry little bracelet for twins. Okay, I don't know if that's something you put on your baby registry. I feel like that's more of a gift somebody gets you specifically versus you asking for it. So to each their own on that. And with that, we are done with this baby registry. So I want to remind you, if you want me to review your baby registry, I am happy to do so. Comment, tell me more, or look for a link in the description. I want to help you. I want to help you remember items that you're forgetting. We didn't see car seats on here today. We didn't see a crib sheets. We didn't even see burp rags, okay? There are items missing. I want to help you with that. There's also items you could remove because they're not essentials. I want to help you with that as well, okay? Baby is coming soon. You may have sent out your invites already. People are starting to buy off your registry. The clock is ticking, all right? Babies grow and they get here before we know it. So if you're interested, I would love to help you. And if not, check out more videos on my channel that can sort of help you work through it at your own pace, all right? I can speed up the process with that personalization, but if you want to DIY it, that is okay. There are lots of videos on my channel that are very, very helpful in curating the best baby registry you possibly can. All right, so I hope to see you in another one of those videos or look forward to working with you personally. Until then, I hope you have a great day.